The next thing I want to talk about is how we can, after we do the drawing, usually we want to add some dimension to whatever we are drawing. So I want to show you how we can add dimension to what we draw. So let me draw a shape. So I start from, for example, 10, tab 10, and then I will go for example, 100, then I will go up for 50. Let me zoom in. Then I go, for example, in this direction for 50 again, um, and then let me close it. So assume this is the shape I have, and I want to um, add some dimension to that shape. Um, so if I want to add the, let me extend that. So um, uh, let me draw it a little bit further from the here, so it's easier to see. So again, let me draw a shape. For example, this time I'll start from 50 and 50, and then I go for 100, then I go up for 50, then I go in this direction for 50, and then I close it. So this shape, assume it's the shape I have, and want to add the dimension to that. So if you want to add a dimension, you click on the annotate tab here, up here, click on the annotate tab, and then you can click on the dimension here to add the dimension. So when I click on that, it will ask me to specify the object or the point I want to add dimension. So assume I want to add the dimension to this length here. So I choose the start, I choose the end, and I choose the location I want to put the dimension, and I click there and then enter to end the dimension. So if I zoom in, you'll see that it adds a dimension here for me in 100. So assume now I want to add the dimension to this vertical line here. Again, I can go ahead and start choose the first point, choose the end point, and choose where you want to put the dimension. Again, click and then press enter to finish. So you are gonna have that dimension for that. Remember, sometimes depending on what you do, you also, instead of that, you can select the object itself. So instead of choosing the start point and the end point, I can come here and select that line. If I select the line and then select when I want to put it and press enter, also it works that way. So you can select the line itself, or you can select the point. So it depends on what you want to show, and you can delete them. So for example, let me say that assume I want to show the dimension between this point and this point. So from very start here to very top here. So again, I click on the dimension, I click on the start point, click on the end point, and then I will put it where I want to put it. Click there and then press enter to end. So it's gonna put the dimension for me there, so you can see the dimension start from this point to that point. So it doesn't matter which 2 points you choose, any 2 points that you choose, it shows you the dimension between those 2 points. Now let's look at another thing I want to say. Let's look at this inclined line here. Assume I want to add dimension for that. So I come here and either I choose this start point, end point, or I choose that line. Now I have a couple of options to do that. The very first thing is that depending on where I put the mouse, is that if I put show the length of that, I can just move the mouse with a right angle to that, and it shows it to me. Sometimes I just want to show the vertical distance there. So instead of moving my mouse like that, I move my mouse horizontally. So if I move my mouse horizontally, it will gives me the vertical distance. Or if I want to show the horizontal distance, instead of moving my mouse move my mouse vertically, so and it shows me the horizontal distance. So if I go up, it shows the horizontal distance. If I go left, it shows me the vertical distance. If I just move it like that, it shows me the actual length. So depending on how I move my mouse, I can add the horizontal, the true length, or vertical distance of that object that I want to show. So remember that this is sometimes going to be you may need to use that um, for the drawings. Again, I will show it one more time. For this one, the same here. If I choose that one, so if I move it this way, it's going to show me the true length. If I move it to the right, it's going to show me the vertical distance. If I move it up, it's going to show me the horizontal distance, depending on which one I want. And assume I want the vertical distance, so I move my mouse to the right, and then I click and then enter to end, and it's going to be there. That's how you can show the different distance there. Another thing that you might to show is that sometimes you want to show the angle. If you want to show the angle between two lines, what you're going to do is that you come here and click on this arrow, and tells you what you want to, what dimension you want to add. So one of them is the linear here, or it's going to be, for example, the angular or the radius or diameter, and we use a couple of them later on. But this I want to add the angle. So if I want to add the angle, you click on that and then select the first line you want to add the angle. Without doing anything, select the second line that you want to add the angle, and it's going to show the angle for you. And now I can move my cursor to put wherever I want to put the angle. So if I want to put it here, I can bring it here. I put it here. I can put it here. I can put it here. Just move my mouse to put wherever I want it, and then I click and press enter to, and then you will see that that angle is going to be added there. For any two lines, I can, so if I want to add the angle between these two lines, again, press enter to finish the, sorry. If I come here, again, choose the angle, choose the first line, choose the second line, and then it put the angle where you want it to be, depending on how you want to. So for example, I want to put it here, click here, and then press, so the angle is gonna, your angle is gonna be there. If you want to remove it, just click on that, select it, and then press delete, and it's gonna go away. So that's how we can also add the angle. There are other type of the dimension we can, as said, we can add the radius or diameter or other that we will I will show you later how to use them. The other thing I want to say is that it was that the dimension that you use, if I choose that, is going to be your actual dimension that I click it here. So it's going to be my actual dimension. If I change the length of that line, the change of that dimension is going to be changed as well. So let me show it on your horizontal line. It's probably easier. So let me draw a horizontal line here. Assume I have the horizontal line. And then I would add the dimension in the annotation tab, add the dimension to that. And it tells me my line, for example, here is 121, the length of that. Now, if I change the length of that line, if I go ahead and change the length of that line, the length that value is also gonna change. So if I bring this point to this location, you see it's gonna change to 139. If I further shrink it down here, for example, it's gonna change to 85. So it always shows the true length of um, the drawing that we have in whatever unit that we have.